I got the MX Sport with the 6x10 double D coil on it. I just ground balanced it. It's in this 50s, and I have it in coin and jewelry, zero discrimination. My gain is, doesn't matter what my gain is at. I'll put it on 8. I'll try this clad quarter at 6 inches deep right here. Right there, right at that bottle cap right there. Plastic bottle cap. 6 inch deep clad quarter. I was hitting it a little teeny bit right there. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Here's a 5-inch nickel. 5 inches deep nickel right here. So you can hear how it's just rejecting that target because the iron is so loud. I can actually go into here and go and reject a little bit more of the iron, so I'm not hearing so much the iron. Come on, iron rejection. I'm at 60% iron right now. I'll go to 30%, see how it performs. See, it's just overloading on the surface iron there, so I have my gain up too high here, right? Coin and jewelry, right? Here's some foil right here, 1.5 inches deep, right below this blue piece of concrete tile here. 1.5 inches deep foil. And listen to it. It's the iron tone. There's a foil tone. There's an iron tone. So I'm getting iron, foil, iron, foil, iron, foil. Each sweep I sweep across it is giving me a different tone, right? Now I can go to what am I going to do here? I can go down on my gain here a little bit to 4. Just iron, right? I can go to 4 tone. I'm in 4 tone right now. I'll go to 8 tone here, see if it changes. And I usually hunt an 8 tone. I just wanted to show you 4 tone. To see if you have 8 tone, those deeper targets are going to sound really scratchy. You're going to get a lot of iron if you're in a moderate iron infested site here. See, it's not even hitting nothing there, right? It's just too much. 8 tone is just too much for all this iron, right? So I'll go back to 2 tone. I'll actually put it in 2 tone and it'll do a lot better here. 2 tone right here. See, look at that. It's still getting, it's cutting out, see? I'll go to this foil here. I'll get a high tone on the foil, a solid high tone, but you're going to be digging up a lot of foil with it in 2 tone. That's what Jim hunts in 2 tone, and he gets more jewelry than me, and he has the MX7, which is basically the same machine as the MX Sport. It's basically the same processor, just the MX Sport is a waterproof version of the MX7. And he used the 7-inch coil, which I think is one of the best coils ever made for any whites machines. That 7-inch coil does really good on the Sport and the MX7. It's an amazing coil. That's why Jim used it. And here's a dime right here at 3 inches deep. 3 inches deep. All my other machines hit it big time right at this angle right here. I'm in 2-tone, so I can change that up to 4-tone. I'll go to 8-tone here. See, it's not, it can't do it, man. The processor is just so slow in this machine. It just cannot do the iron, man. I'll go over this nickel over here again. See how it just you get no tones over it, right? Because by the time I swing over here, it's still, the processor is still trying to respond to the stuff way over here. I'm just swinging way too fast. And I'll tell you, I have thousands, I don't know how many hours, probably 5,000 or 6,000 hours on this machine. I used it for 6 years. This was my main machine for a long time, before, you know, they came out with these newer machines like the Equinox and the Deus. And that, actually I didn't have there was a Deus out when they had the MX Sport, but the MX Sport, the processor is so slow, man. I would swing just so slow, especially with the older machines, man. Once I got these newer machines like the Amphibio, the Simplex, the Equinox, the Deus, you can swing so much faster. I mean, the recovery rate of these newer machines is in a whole league of its own compared to the older White's machines, or pretty much any White's machines. You know, White's machines were good in the days when we had them, because we didn't really have much choice. And, you know, I would say, you know, the best machine out there is the machine that you get the most with at certain sites. And with the MX Sport, I hunted a lot with this machine. You can see how beat up it is. It's just tore up. I've broken several coil screws, and I've broken a couple cam locks on this machine already. But I have thousands and thousands of hours on this machine, and it's never leaked. I've had it in the water so many times. I've really hunted a lot in hardcore situations with this machine. You can see how small the coil ears are on this machine here. They're really thin right here, but I've never broken a coil on it. I've just broken the screws, and I've broken one of these. One of these has fallen off here. One of these rivets came loose. It finally worked its way loose, and the end came out there on the shaft, and I've broken a couple of those. But the Amphibio and the Simplex are 3 times as thick as that right there. That's about the same size as the Equinox and the Deus. The Deus is really thin right there, so I really don't know how durable the Deus is down there on the coil ears, but the Simplex and the Equinox, or the Simplex and the Amphibio, are extremely heavy duty, man. I can swing that thing around in super tall grass and not even worry about my coils breaking off. And, you know, I haven't had any mechanical failures on my Amphibio or my Simplex, but, you know, the day will come. The day will come, probably soon, because you know, summer's coming up, and the grass is going to start getting taller here in a lot of places that I hunt. A lot of unmanicured sites that I dig at, you know, like some farm fields and some permissions, like in the forest and stuff that I have. You know, that's when my machines start breaking, in the summertime, when I'm swinging pretty wild in the tall grass. And the Deus and the Equinox, I will probably not be swinging out in that tall grass, because I will just end up breaking it. You know, I just know I will break it, because the ears on that coil is very, very small. But you saw that the MX Sport, you know, was just not hitting this stuff. hitting the stuff that my other machines are just spanking out of the ground, you know. And the MX Sport stock coil does the same thing. It just doesn't hit these coins here, right? Even that dime over there, I mean, that dime over there just can't do it, you know, at 3 inches deep, a 3-inch deep dime in iron. So if you have an MX Sport, man, it's time for an upgrade. Get something newer, a cheap machine that will outperform most older machines, you know, like a Quest or a Vanquish, or, a Simplex, something cheap. You know, these newer machines are just spanking the older machines' butts. I have a lot of hours on this machine, so I know this machine really, really good. I haven't used it. I haven't had this out in the field in quite a while, in over a year. But because I have machines that are just killing it in all places, man. In the water, out in the fields, out at parks, at schools, and curb strips, at permissions. You know, the Simplex just has really, really innovated the industry and has revolutionized entry-level machines and mid-range machines as we know it. For a long time, the Simplex is going to rule the entry-level market and the mid-range market for a long time, man. Even if they come out with this new machine that they're talking about, I think the Simplex will still keep up with it. Well, thank you for watching. Please subscribe.